So, can we have an honest conversation here? It's just us talking here, talking here as friends and things like that. Can we have this little honest conversation? What's remarkable about the Atlanta Falcons right now is the fact that they are winning without any real help from their quarterback. Oh, there goes Chuckery hating on Mariota again. Okay, they won a game yesterday where their quarterback went, ready? 7 for 19 for 131 yards and no touchdowns with an interception. Kyle Pitts caught that 125-yard pass. Drake London caught two passes for 17 yards. Their passing game was no factor. I also saw a stat from Pro Football Focus that said that only 52 yards of their passing yards came from plays that weren't fake run plays first, right? Fake the run, then throw it. Only 52 yards came off of actual designed pass plays from the very start, right? And of course, look, let's be honest. For the season, this is Mariota's numbers. You can like this, not like this. Again, we report, you decide on all of this, right? So Mariota for the season for the Falcons, he has, as I get to it right here, Mariota is 58.2% completion percentage with 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Now, he is averaging 7.9 yards per attempt, which is a really good number. But what have I said multiple times on this podcast, my radio show, talk to me in person? What do I always say? The 3 stats that I look at for a quarterback. I want to know your completion percentage. I want to know your yards per attempt. And I want to know your touchdown to interception ratio. Okay, let's go through all 3 of those things. Completion percentage, 58% is that's not even a good number in college, so that's bad. Yards per attempt, 7.9. That's a terrific number. He gets a check mark for that. 3 touchdowns to 4 interceptions out there. Now, look, don't think that it's not a conscious effort to have reduced. Mariota's pass attempts have gone down every single week. That's a trend, folks. When it's 4 weeks in a row, 33, 26, 20, 19. That's a trend. That's not by accident. That's not happenstance. That's not just some thing in the universe that explodes and it's a shooting star that it just magically happens that way. So let's give Arthur Smith some credit here that he knows he has to limit what his quarterback can do. Now, this is a separate discussion from whether or not it's time to give Ritter a shot and this, that, and the other. I'm talking about right now what your head coach's thought and philosophy and process is to take the ball away from Mariota. When he threw that pick to Denzel Ward, they went 14 straight running plays after that. Listen to me. After the Denzel Ward interception, 14 straight running plays. The 10-play touchdown drive, then 4 plays after that before he finally threw it again. This is an intentional thing to take the ball out. And the fact that they are winning, it tells you about their defense is making plays. It tells you about what their philosophy is. It tells you what their playing personality is. We want to be tough up front. We want to be a power run team. We're going to commit. I think the Falcons are either 4th or 5th in the NFL in rushing attempts this season. This is who we are. This is what our identity is. And it's taken a couple of weeks here or there, right, to figure this all out. It's a matter of staying consistent with the run game, letting our offensive line do what it can do. And at the same time, we're going to take the ball out of our quarterback's hands. Now, that's a tough way to win in the NFL. You can do that if you have the 85 Bears defense or the Legion of Boom defense and all those kinds of things. And if you have Marshawn Lynch, running for 1,600 yards in your backfield. Teams like that can get away with, if you got the Ravens defense and Jamal Lewis running wild, you can get away with Tony Banks and Trent Dilfer at quarterback. But that's hard to do in today's NFL, is to not get quarterback play. And again, I'm not blaming the first 2 losses on Marcus Mariota, but he also, when needed, couldn't make a play to help you win those games. could not make a play. You call that hating or whatever. I'm going to tell you it's the facts. Sorry if the facts ain't your friend in this situation, but he's not giving you a play or two to win a football game. You know what you do if you can't get your quarterback to make a play or two for you? You limit what he does. You don't put him in risky situations, right? You don't put him in too much harm's way. And yesterday was 35 rushing attempts to 19 pass attempts. That's a pretty big disparity in an NFL, in a modern day 2022 NFL game. 35 runs to 19 passes. That should be a sign. Last week, they only threw it 20 times. I don't know how many only 19 or 20 pass games. You probably have to go back to Matt's rookie year, to find times when he was back-to-back games of 20 or less attempts in a game. Because that's certainly one the case when he was throwing it 700 times, in the peak prime of his career. So I give Arthur Smith a lot of credit. Now, again, we can have the discussion about Ritter versus Mariota. Should he get a start and things like that? I mean, let's put it this way. If Ritter can just run the offense efficiently and he doesn't turn the football over, then that's an upgrade, and I'll take that. And I'm all for seeing what my young guys can do. But, Arthur Smith feels like for right now, their best chance to win football games, which, okay, I know everybody wants to say that this year is not based on wins or losses, but those guys are going out every Sunday with the idea of, we're going to go win this football game. They may or may not win that football game because of whatever happens, but their mindset and their coaches are preparing to go out and win every week. And guess what? They're 2-2 right now. How many people thought they'd be 2-2? I can assure you, I talked to a lot of people who thought they'd be 0-4 at this point, or maybe 1-3 at this point. But the fact that they're 2-2 and they just beat a playoff caliber team, and they won on their home field, which they haven't done a whole lot of. They've only gotten 6 wins since 2019 on that field. Tells you what the mindset is of this coaching staff and what they think about it. So they want to go out and win football games. And whether he's right or wrong, this is what Arthur Smith believes in. And I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for right now about his quarterback situation. Because while, yes, I would personally like to see Ritter start, 2 things. One is they're watching him practice every day. And second of all, you can see over 4 weeks that they are taking away the need for their quarterback to have to make plays. Now, yes, it means you have to find sacks and a turnover late on defense. It means you have to be able to run for 200 yards. But if that's how you have to win, that's what they are going to do. And I like the fact that Arthur Smith is committed. It would be very easy to want to throw it more, this, that, and the other, but they are committed to what they are doing. And that's power run, play tough defense, get some turnovers, and change down and distance late in that game. So whether Mariota or Ritter is going to start over the next several weeks here, here's what I do know. Arthur Smith is trying to find a way to win where he doesn't have to have his quarterback go out there and win it for him. I want to talk about my friends over at Coffee AM. Listen, they are the best small batch coffee roaster in America. You know I love these folks that drink their coffee every single day. They are right here in the state of Georgia, in the Canton area. So what I want you to do is I want you to head to coffeeam.com/locked on. Check out their wide range of products. You want K-Cups? They've got that available for you. Maybe you like more flavored coffee, want something a little different. Cool. They got all of that available to you. Actually, their flavored coffees are outstanding, by the way. I'm not a big flavored coffee guy, but I've really enjoyed the ones that I've gotten a sample from coffeeam.com. You want organic? They've got all of that available to you. So everything you can want. You want teas, you want a gift set, everything's available at coffeeam.com/locked on. And when you get that first order put together, when you get to checkout, use the promo code locked on, LOCKEDON, locked on, LOCKEDON, and you get 15% off that first order simply by using the promo code locked on, LOCKEDON. Use that at checkout, get 15% off your first order. Coffeeam.com is the best small batch coffee roaster in America and right here in the state of Georgia.